And that's a good start. The Little Unsaid is me, but also a group of people. It started out as just me on my own, writing songs, making records in my bedroom. But the records would always have this quite expansive sound, you know, the instrumentation was all over the shop, there was lots of layered stuff going on. So eventually I was keen to put a band together that could tour and create that live in some way, or at least the essence of that. And that's where the band that I play with came from. And now they're very much a part of the whole process, you know, from the writing to the studio to going out and playing gigs. You know, we've gone through the graft of like, we've travelled around Germany and slept in basement clubs, you know, and we've visited every service station across the UK, and we've had like the kind of rough-edged, painful tour experiences that I think any band has and should have. And these are the people who, on the one hand, have stuck around and not abandoned me, but also we've built up an amazing friendship, and in terms of like musical intuition, like the way that those people play my songs, nobody else would play them like that, you know, because of the experiences we've had. And I know that sounds really, really corny, but it really is true. Like, you go through those experiences with a bunch of people, there's kind of like this weird telepathic thing that happens while you're playing, and also just a trust, you know, on stage. The Music Nature EP is 6 tracks, one of which was on Atomize, and the other 5 were recorded at the same time. They didn't make it onto the album, but we went back to them recently and we were like, there's something in here, so we dug around in all the old sessions and started piecing things together, recorded some new stuff, and found these 5 songs that in a way are an extension of the album's themes of atomization, and I think say something new about that the album didn't say. Music is a track that's about, to me it's about rebellion. It's about being okay with who you are, even if that doesn't fit into the, you know, prescribed kind of identikit life that society says you should have. And in that sense I think it's a hopeful song. A lot of the tracks on Atomize was still kind of excavating this darker side of things and trying to find these little nuggets of light in there. Music was just obliterating the darkness and just sort of demolishing it and trying to make light out of it.
I've got my music, I don't need my head screwed on.
It's got that one line, I've got my music, I don't need my head screwed on. How screwed off was it?
How screwed off was my head? Yeah, pretty screwed off. But I think it still is. I think in a way the song is kind of saying, I don't really want my head screwed on. I'm okay with my head being unscrewed. And in fact, the more unscrewed my head is, the more I feel like myself.
We can't outrun what's in our nature, but let's give it a...
Nature, initially it was supposed to be a breakup song, but to me the relationship was always the relationship of humanity with nature. So we're destroying the planet that we live on, and there's going to be a moment where that planet walks out the door, and you know that moment that you have when a lover leaves and you know they're not coming back and the door slams, and we as a species are going to have that with our planet. You know, it's going to be a moment where we cross a line that we are never going back over, and that's the place that the song came from.
I run further and further from the town.
Milltown is kind of a series of snapshots of memories, really specific experiences growing up in a small town, industrial yard, romances, fistfights outside pubs, underage drinking, you know, it's all these kind of little snapshots that I've had in my memory and that are very much a part of me, but kind of looking back at them with enough distance to know why they're a part of you and to know what part of those you should hold on to and what part of those it's okay to be aware of but just push them by the wayside because it's not going to help now.
I pray you sink your teeth in.
Sweet Kind of Hurt's been around for the last 2 or 3 years, I think. The song came out of a time when I was in a certain amount of physical pain that was completely debilitating. I enjoyed writing lyrics about that, this kind of like study of pain and the place of pain in our lives, and embracing it, because it's a part of life. We're all going to experience pain at some point. The song's always stuck around and always felt like it means something to me still. But we've never been able to record it. We've never kind of captured it in a way that felt worthy of putting it on a record. And when we were making Atomize, myself and Tim, the drummer in the band, we did a live take of Sweet Kind of Hurt. Just set up a couple of mics. I sat with the guitar, he went behind the drums, and we just did it in one take. And we thought, oh well, we'll keep that and just put it to one side, maybe it's not quite right. And we went back to it when we were putting the EP together, and it just had something in it, this kind of energy to it that you can only get sometimes when you are not thinking about the mechanics of recording. Somebody's just stuck a mic in front of you, you play a song, the soul of the song becomes the important thing, and to me it kind of captured the song in the way that I wanted to capture it, which was live, rough-edged, kind of warts and all, which seemed appropriate for a song about, deep, deep pain.
You have swallowed all your history down to taste a sweet, sweet kind of hurt.